Hey, what's up, guys? It's Equalize at sea. Well, guess who's back? I'm just here for to see. We're gonna talk about just something. We're gonna make a plan for the 2030s. People that we're gonna have to still be around for all the zones for Hispanics, Latinos, and Blacks and Asians. Well, I'm sure that there's gonna be a big plan that's gonna happen where all those populations they can increase like keeps goes up and down. It's gonna be awesome. I'm expected to see if Arizona would have like a big zones for Hispanics, Latinos to live there. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be happy if this is still gonna be goes on with all the states and the southern states, like the black states, would own, but like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, some ways in South Carolina, North Carolina. Well, that would take about like in a 5 years process to like or two to like maybe next 1 to 5 years process. That would be a while if black people they can get a lot of increase. It's gonna take a while. So does Florida and New York too. Florida and New York are increasing with Hispanics, Latinos too. But there's a lot of people they're amazed with the same old people. They're trying to figure it out to find work with the people. They want to be act like whites because it's tough because like the 2030 visions of the years of the demographics and the census. Well, it's gonna be tough because in the United States in America where we're trying to figure it out to see if that we're gonna be open minded to that we can explain to it and all those good states that can represent. You know sometimes you just have to be like all the people in Spanish Latinos. They need to get like citizenships. You know, I haven't got one yet, but I will someday. I will just need one for sooner for like more years to come. But problem is, I know it's a lot of people there need to like keep the census get big. Like all the zones they need to be protected. And in the middle states of the United States, like the Midwesterns, it takes a while to bring white people to Outlash. I think maybe there's gonna be a lot of challenging because coronavirus is still goes on in 2020s, and I don't know when and that's gonna end. Like I can't usually tell because the people they're starving to death for all those good people that we need to cooperate with. And to be honest, white people they're still going to be dominating the United States still, in 2030s a little bit. But it's still going to take it at a tough times, like if Maine, Rhode Island, and the rest of the states, there's still going to be dominance. You know what I mean? You never know because every year in the United States are still going to be grateful. You know what I mean? I can see expectations, but I did see expectations that happened before 2020s when California, New Mexico, and Texas are the diverse states, they become like it for they owned by Mexicans. That's good. I saw that happen. That's perfect. And then we got the Asians for Hawaiians and the black people for DC as a 51st state. But in the meantime, there is the rest of the diverse is everywhere because like you want to have to share thoughts in neighborhoods and then you want to share the thoughts in the communities and stuff. That's what the city has to belong to, and that's the city where they need to raise the talents and try keep the act open. you know but it's all right. Like try opening the communications to leave it to talk to and to explain yourselves. Try to learn your career goals and try to learn your cast for your bachelor's degrees and any degrees that you want to be if you want to grow up and you want to be part of this living. That's it's up to you because if you're from Mexico, you can come with us in the time of 2030s. You know, we need more people. You know, we need help. You know, that's all we need. Just need to be be support the United States of America. You know, that's all we need help. You know, we're missing out like more people that we need to come out like something like a little bit more big for by the great people. You know, there's gonna be a lot of challenging forced things that can happen in today's music restaurants and all that. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really damned if I can hear about everything about the grateful restaurants. It's gonna be heavy supportive foods and music, venues, buildings and neighborhoods and commercials and industrials. You know, takes a lot of heavy time to support. You know, well, and imagine that. Well, we need to you need to see if that there's any more communications that we need to get some more for all the good people that in the 2030s, because the year 2030s is going to be like it's going to be a perfect year. That's going to happen because, you know, like without all the white people when they died for like 1 million in California, and so does like in the United States too, you know. It's tough because, you know, like I don't know when and then that's gonna happen to let all the COVID down because, you know, like we're talking about the race, you know, like how did it in Native Americans applied their own disease, and it's tough because you had to deal with that social distance. Well, without the social distance, and if you're not carrying the virus, if you're not carrying 4 shots to get vaccinated, then if you're not going to carry a compromise, then Hispanics, Latinos are going to be the winners to see it in the 2030s. Once the coronavirus goes away, we're going to be the real people that we're going to have. We the people. And we have a good connection that we have that we didn't have to come to do it. You know what I mean? That's because we're part of the race, and that doesn't matter what kind of disease that's been going on today. But this isn't by China. This is about the world, because the Anglos and Saxons and everywhere, they're just keeping them away from the disease, especially from like people in the UK and everywhere. You know, they're keeping away from diseases from each generation before the coronavirus was born. Pretty crazy. And that's what happens when the people can't carry like the whole people that were whole thing in before this would be ending until 2024 and 2025. Well, I don't know if it's gonna happen because, you know, well, to be honest, well, I'm gonna say like Hispanics, Latinos are gonna be the large amount of states that can stay around the United States in 2030s, you know, but they're not like in 2040s or 2050s yet. But pretty soon we're gonna see what are the biggest expectations of in the next 8 years, per se, or 7 years. I don't know. I'm gonna be like really old if this is gonna happen from the aging from my people and my theory. You know, I don't know when that's gonna happen to all the people that we can work in. You know, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of relevant days that they have to keep up to come. You know, I'm still gonna find out if black people can still be around like in the South to popularize more. That could happen for all the regions for becoming the diverse cities and diverse counties. Well, that could be everywhere around in the South or whatever. You know what I mean? Everywhere is like a Mexican's town or African's towns. Well, if you see those zones, like if you're in the map, like in the websites, they might grow for the next 8 years. So keep an eye on them for the news, for the census. You know, because whites have been declining a lot because of those diseases. They've been going down and going up like bigger. You know what I mean? So let's just stay safe, stay home, and protect each other by not getting the coronavirus. You know, hopefully the God will have to protect us from evil and good and from their sins. You know, we just need to see if the 2030 census will be the true meaningful that could happen in the future. So well, thanks for joining us to watch this video. So just subscribe me or comment if you don't understand what's gonna happen in the 2030s in the future and the census that could bring in and from the future. Just watch all of those 2030s and census and on YouTube and see that would gain attention what's gonna happen to the zones and what's gonna happen to white people. So let's see what happens. So this is Sea Lazarus Sea. Keep it out of sea. Keep it real.